back, everybody. We're going to start this off. I did a little bit of some crowdsourcing for our Unlocked this week.
That's right.
If you are a familiar visitor to the Reddit, you may have seen it posted. We'll see whether or not what made it in. But if you're like, oh man, that sounds awesome, I wish I had known, just jump in the Reddit, man. Just jump in that hyper Reddit every week.
We're all there just chilling.
There was this was a good week for commentary. Yeah. I think we got to almost 180. Yeah, so we're getting back to that over 200 record that we used to break all the time.
Yeah. So this one, the first one is called Archie's Combat Partner. This is, we know before Archie has bonded with certain people. Io was an unlock. This is basically Archie's kind of like, maybe he thinks that this is another Nexu cat. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll have to go. But this is basically a person that when Archie is around and fighting, tends to fight around this person, with this person, maybe using this person as, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay. Light side, tier 1, is Corin.
Oh, great.
Light side, tier 2, is Herg. And light side, tier 3, is Arendelle.
Oh.
That's right. You are light side. Dark side, tier 1, is Io.
Oh.
Dark side, tier 2, is Kilara.
Great.
Dark side, tier 3, is Womp.
Please let it be Womp.
Hey, Lucas.
I would say, please pick me, but
we throw my gift subs on the dark side, please?
So
that would be so cool. Just like
and he just thinks he's a very large
Giant
Nexu cat.
And murder cat. I'm into it.
So with that, I'm going to open up this window a little bit more. Oh, we've already started. Here we go.
Hey.
I gifted 2 subs right when the show started.
Yeah! You too can do this as well. Starting this clock up.
It's easy and it feels good.
Oh, and we're going. All right.
All right.
We open up my notes. So, Io. Last we had left you, you had finished a call with Odin. The Chandrilan Red had kind of been brought aboard the Rebel Scum, which is an Imperial Star Destroyer, taken over by the Rebels. And you were just kind of wandering the halls. It's been a long road. It's, despite its real game time of many months. It's only really been a matter of weeks, at that you've kind of been on this crazy journey of Chandrila, Tula, even Yavin. There's been not a lot of time.
How long has it been since I woke up in the tank?
I'm gonna say it's probably been maybe a couple weeks at tops. So you've gone through a full gambit. Not laughing at you. Of emotions, events, and things. The most recent being your decision with Coop and Aaron. So as you're wandering the many decks of the Chandrilan Red, kind of almost in a haze, you just kind of find yourself in a room, and your body finally says, enough is enough, and you pass out. You awaken. You don't know how long you've been sleeping. You don't know where you're at. Everything seems a little bit distorted. Go ahead and roll. And you're going to roll your perception for me, please.
What am I rolling against?
2 difficulty.
No dice, I'm rolling.
Okay.
4 successes, 1 advantage.
You are very familiar with the feeling of being in a ship in space. You are moving. You also hear the distinct sound of what sounds like blaster fire coming from what you're surmising is like the main hangar, kind of cargo hangar. That blaster fire stops. What do you do?
Where am I exactly?
You're just in kind of a small room, almost like a closet, another one.
This is appropriate. I exit.
As you step out, suddenly the ship shakes. Impact from blaster fire, and you hear the very distinct sound of TIE fighters outside the hull flying by. There's another explosion. It sounds like something has been destroyed outside of the ship.
Well, this is appropriate. And am I in a corridor?
You're in the corridor, yeah.
Can I see anything outside?
Go and roll.
What am I rolling?
Perception, 2 difficulty.
I'm rolling.
Sure.
2 successes.
You see that there is what looks like an Imperial blockade around a planet. You see a few Star Destroyers among this group. You see TIE fighters that are doing another pass as the shields take another impact, and suddenly the ship has kind of lurching a little bit as different components of the ship start to turn off. As you hear instinctually, you know that power is being reverted to the engines and the shields as kind of you see the lights turn off and kind of low lights come back on, emergency lights, as this cargo ship is making its way through space.
Do I recognize the planet?
Go ahead and roll.
Am I rolling?
You're going to roll your outer rim skill.
I'm from the core world, it's not very strong.
It's going to be 3 difficulty.
I'm gonna convert that difficulty into an ability.
Sure.
And I'm rolling. Three successes, 1 disadvantage.
Okay. You see a planet in the distance. You know from the look of it, you're very familiar, at least in the many adventures you've had, that it is Mandalore. Disadvantage is I'm just gonna go with you still don't know how much time has passed.
Okay. So a day could have passed, an hour could have passed, a week could have passed since I spoke to Odin. But I know that's Mandalore in front of me, yes?
Yep.
Is the ship still lurching?
It's moving forward. It looks like it's moving in the direction of the planet.
Planet side. I get on my data pad.
Sure.
All right, Odin. It just says Mandalore.
Okay.
Be careful.
Okay. As you send it off,
Send.
what else do you do?
Nothing.
Okay. We're gonna cut to the cockpit of the Chandril in Red. Kilara, you were there. Aaron, I believe you were also there.
Cargo hold.
You're in the cargo hold. Herg is there.
Yes.
Hazo
Hazo was definitely there.
was also there. So it's Kilara, Herg, Hazo. Mandalore continues to grow in your kind of viewport as you're moving as fast as you can, as fast as this cargo ship will go as you've diverted as much as you can to it. Shields are holding around like 25%. There is some hull damage of shots that have gone through, while the shields are still kind of recharging back up. There was a TIE fighter that was coming straight at you. It was destroyed. The Y-wing that Cool was in kind of flew back, and it's hard to make out. Again, you're looking at it as a ship, you're not really that familiar with it. The sensors indicate that there are kind of 3 objects behind you, and there's an explosion. Now there's only 2.
Right.
Suddenly, 4 more TIE fighters
No.
are launched from the Star Destroyer. Go ahead and roll,
Okay.
and do a perception check for me, please. Or computers, whichever one.
Perception.
Go.
What's the difficulty?
It's gonna be 3.
All right. I am going to take setback and convert it into a boost.
Sure.
Pretty perceptive. Okay, very interesting. Okay, 2 successes, 1 disadvantage, 1 triumph.
Okay. Okay. You definitely remember seeing these TIE fighters before.
Sure.
They are 100% the same TIE fighters that you had seen come out of hyperspace when you were at Yavin. You remember that these particular TIE fighters have shields.
Right.
Your disadvantage is that they start to target lock
Okay.
the Shendril in red with missiles.
Oh, damn. And the triumph part?
They are.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you knew exactly what they were.
Sure.
The triumph part is. You instinctually reach for as like you're getting a target lock. Beep, 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 beep. You look just on your console, and you spend enough time in
Right.
ships, that you flip a switch, and it starts to just wah, 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 wah. You hear this kind of sound throughout the ship.
Right.
It's kind of emanating as there's a sensor jammer that the ship is kind of emitting. So theoretically,
okay.
it makes it now
Harder for them to
harder
target
for them
us.
to target you
Okay.
with these missiles.
All right.
Maybe even impossible to target with you. But now you know that they have missiles and they're coming.
Okay. All right. Aaron,
How we doing?
have you diverted all power possible to the engines specifically? Not so worried about the shields now. We got to get out of here in a hurry.
Do you want me doing that?
I thought that's what you were doing.
I was detaching ships from our ship.
Well, can we go with what I just said now?
On my
please?
way.
Okay, there's like a terminal there, sure. Go ahead and roll. This is what you want to do? Is this, I don't want to make an assumption. Aaron, you are deciding to do this as best you can? Or something else?
Is anyone else in there with me?
Womp is kind of just like moving, shuffling bodies around,
Cool.
kind of like moving them. Cool is in the wing
Oh no, I
as
meant
best
like,
you know.
sorry, I was responding. Cool.
Oh.
Lyra? Anyone?
No,
All right.
just you.
They all left.
Well, they're all going to different, yeah,
all right.
I look up at Womp.
sure.
You don't happen to be a certified mechanic, do you? Are you?
Womp.
I did not think so. What am I? Okay, fuck me.
It's going to be you're diverting more power from other subsystems to engines. It's going to be your computer use.
Faye, it's Aaron.
Right? I just asked you to. We just spoke.
I just had a question.
Right.
What are those things going to look like if I'm looking at them?
It should be like a series of switches. They
Like-
should be right near where you used the power before to detach the TIE fighters.
These red and black switches?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm go for red and black switches.
Sure, go ahead and roll your computer use.
Perfect.
What am I rolling against?
It's going to be 3 difficulty and a natural setback.
Is it a setback or a boost because Faye gave me advice?
Kilara, go ahead and roll your computer use.
Cool, great. What's the difficulty?
3.
3. Okay. I'll take another setback
Sure.
boost. Great. 1 success, 1 advantage.
Yeah, she gave you right information,
Yeah.
so you'll get a boost. Sure.
I'm gonna take
But
my.
you still get the setback as well.
Fine. I'm gonna take
In
my.
Star
take it
Wars,
back.
everything is just switches.
I'll just take it off. There's no setback, you get the boost.
It's all all just a bunch of like.
You just flip them and then.
Just flip them.
Yeah, there's literally a throttle that they pull down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my proficiency as well.
Sure.
My name is Caleb, and I left the crew because I have moral issues. One advantage. This was not the time for our computer guy to leave. It makes sense as he's nautical, because this is not cool!
That was good. Okay, so you just kind of flip some stuff, and the lights go out in the entire ship.
Captain.
You see that there is a slight boost to your engines.
I think that's gonna have to be good enough.
Go ahead and roll.
Okay.
You're gonna roll your space piloting.
Okay. Difficulty.
It's gonna be 4.
Cool. I'm obviously gonna take that challenge.
Sure.
Okay.
And you're gonna add a no, that's fine.
Okay. Get ready, because it's a triumph and 3 advantages.
So a failure.
I'm pretty sure that
three
success
advantages.
is implied with a triumph.
And a triumph. Oh, but the triumph has one success.
Yeah.
Okay. You somehow take this marginal boost of energy that comes, and you're just trying to pull from everything, and you just again, Mandalore itself is getting closer and closer and closer into your screen. It's getting larger and larger. You're pushing the ship for as far and as fast as you can, and just that extra little bit. Again, there was like the sensor that you have that's kind of going, but you just see as 2 missiles that were just about to hit your vessel.
Great.
They were kind of just dumbfired, just by into space. So you avoid these impact of stuff.
Yeah.
And you continue to push forward. But at this point now, it seems like these 4 TIE fighters that are armed with shields and missiles are moving farther in. And there's still the 2 kind of objects that are on your sensors indicating behind you.
Okay. I've got to get the Ojimbo back. This clunker is so not my style.
You see as one of those objects that are on your sensors behind you.
Right.
Maybe something was damaged when you were hit by the Star Destroyer or TIE fighters, where since the sensors are kind of a little messed up. One of them instantly breaks off and starts flying towards the Star Destroyer.
Oh.
And you see like beep, 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 as a missile is fired from this vessel and does an impact with the Star Destroyer.
What?
On the hull, almost inconsequential damage. But it kind of, as it's moving from behind you forward, and you're moving towards the planet, you see that this is a Y-wing.
Oh.
And as it fires, the 4 that are moving towards you and gaining speed, the TIE Defenders, instantly kind of shift and turn their direction towards the Y-wing that is attacking the Star Destroyer.
Oh, jeez.
Your comms go off.
Yes, come in.
Even as the connection is established, you can already hear the sparks on the other end, as well as the alarms.
Captain, it's Cole. It's been an honor serving with you, Captain. You need to protect Herg. Be sure to tell.
As just you see a tiny little explosion as all 4 of those TIE Defenders just swarm it and it explodes.
It's been an honor having you in our service, Cool. Thank you.
Did we all get that?
Nope. That was just towards the cockpit. At this point, as you push Chandril and Red as far as fast as it can, you just passed Concordia, which is Mandalore's moon.
Right.
Go ahead and roll your perception.
What's the difficulty?
2.
Okay. 2 success, 1 threat.
You see it. You almost see it before it's too late, but it's right there. As you move past the moon, you see that waiting on kind of the dark side of it is a small fleet of ships, and there is at least 12 fighters that are being sent kind of around the moon towards the Chandrillon Red. It's too late for you to respond, but you do notice that they are Mandalorian fighters. They're hailed again.
I respond.
Unidentified transport. You've entered free Mandalorian space. Follow the provided flight path.
Of course.
So, system is transmitted over. You have a flight path. As 2 of the fighters come side by side from you, as the 10 go to engage, as the kind of, at this point, 5 TIE fighters are engaging with it. Go ahead and roll.
Okay.
Do your pilot space for me, please.
Okay. What's the difficulty?
2.
Okay. I got nothing, so I guess I'm just gonna roll. And by that, I accidentally shut down my app, so okay.
I can roll for you.
No, I got it.
I got it right here. I got the dice. Just tell me what you got.
I got it.
Leave Dice Mountain.
Okay,
be
get ready.
for-
1 success,
Okay.
2 advantage,
Sure.
and 1 triumph.
Uh,
I don't know what's going on tonight,
I'm gonna start rolling
but I like
for these
it.
things.
I'm gonna suggest that Womp is a bad outcome for this Nexu thing.
Yeah.
Since he only lives on this shit.
Yeah.
You continue to follow the flight path. It's
Okay.
totally fine. There's no sort of, again, the ship is like barely holding on.
Right.
At least the shields are just, they're not going above that 25% mark. There is some hull damage, but you're able just to kind of maneuver the ship as best you can through the atmosphere. They start leading you. Into the planet. You see the familiar sight of, as they're leading you towards Sundari?
Sundari,
Yeah.
yes.
You see the dome as it kind of stands out amongst the desert. At this point, the fighters have kind of like broken off as you are moving towards where they've indicated for you to land, as these gates kind of open again. Mandalore itself, at least around the capital city, is kind of just a desert
It's a
wasteland.
desert, yeah.
And as you move the Chandrillon Red in and you land, you're just, it's almost, the ship itself gives a collective sigh of relief as it lands and kind of automatically just starts like shutting down. With that, everyone on the ship feels that you've landed. And here you are.
Suzy. Well, I guess it's fitting. The last thing I saw when I was last on Mandalore is the first thing I should see upon my return. All right. Time to see exactly what's gone on here in the last 10 years. I get up and leave the cockpit.
I'm heading towards the cockpit, so I'll probably meet her halfway to wherever.
Sure.
Sure.
You guys are kind of doing your walk. And you kind of reach a point where you just run into each other at the same time.
Are we alive?
Somehow.
Good flying. Real good flying.
Thanks. Thanks for your help.
Yeah. Mechanics, it's what, you know, it's what I do. It's what I do. Grease monkey.
unusual clothing for somebody that would classify themselves as such.
Because I just don't want to advertise it. It's fine. Just actually don't ever make me push buttons on the ship again.
Okay.
That'd be nice. Thank you.
You got it.
Thank you.
No more button pushing.
Aaron, go ahead and roll.
What am I rolling?
Your perception.
What am I rolling again?
3 difficulty.
Hope some of you want that next suit to hang out with Aaron Val, because I could use some dogs. Yeah. 1 failure and a Jedi moment. I don't know, man.
I really had more things planned for this beginning, but all these Jedi moments really
Throwing you off.
throw me off. Okay. All right. Oh.
That's not ominous.
You don't see anything. But what you feel is a presence. You feel something without seeing it
That I haven't felt
since the last time you saw Io. As you feel that though you cannot see her, she is somewhere very close to you right now.
The mysterious she or her?
Hmm?
Her? Io?
Io, yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought. Okay, got it.
You sense that let me rephrase and not be so Star Wars-y cryptic. You
Sorry.
don't see Io at all, but you have a feeling within you
Got it.
that she is nearby somewhere. You can sense it even.
Got it. Okay. What now?
I didn't say anything.
What now?
Oh, what now? Well, we disembark and try to find out where we need to go.
Sounds good. I'll start collecting crew members.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. See if I can gauge exactly what the political atmosphere is like here, if you catch my drift.
Gauge away. That sounds very boring and not appropriate for me to do. I head towards my Io sense.
Sure. This feeling that you have within you. Okay. You, as Claire walks off, you kind of walk down these halls. Again, not knowing why or how, but as you kind of feel this feeling going stronger and kind of more prominent within kind of yourself, you come around the corner and you see that Io is kind of staring out a viewport.
Here you are. Aaron walks down the corridor towards Io.
Sure.
And just takes hold of her wrist. Hey. Hey, with me, with me.
You're alive?
Yeah, remember you did a thing.
I did. Please don't look at me.
Why not?
I did a thing. Please don't look at me.
You did. And we need to make it worth it, okay?
What are you thinking?
What am I thinking? I had a conversation with someone a little while ago. I've been spending a lot of time asking if this is worth it. And she set me straight. I have to make it worth it. Also, I think being part of this crew, if we think too much, we'll explode.
Then fine, we explode. Please don't look at me.
I'll do my best not to. But in the meantime, I think there's Imperials after us, and we need to meet Faye in the hangar bay.
Why? She doesn't want to see me. I don't even know why you're here.
Because you've always come back.
She found Lyra again. Congratulations, she got everything she wanted. No use for the replacement anymore. She doesn't want to see me.
I mean, I could go over the technicalities of this with you, IO, that technically Lyra's my employee and doesn't work for Faye, so she technically doesn't have her whole crew all back together, but
From the viewport, you all see, again, as you've landed on whatever this kind of landing platform is, it looks like security personnel are approaching the ship. There is a ship that seems to be kind of like hovering at a safe distance nearby. They're moving towards like they've set up a perimeter that you can see. Not approaching the ship yet, but you see that there's individuals from this viewpoint.
I know you're in hell right now, but she needs you right now, and so do I.
Do you know what I did?
And I'm still standing here.
Why?
Because I love you, dummy. Dying wouldn't have changed that. But I'm not dead. So we should take advantage of it.
Do you know what I did?
I do. I do, and it's okay.
I can't look at me. Herg wouldn't look at me. And I'm afraid to look at you. Because I'm afraid of what I'm gonna see. I've already lost too much.
Corvica, you haven't lost anything here, okay?
I've already lost too much.
Now it's sort of like checking back down to whatever's going on outside, too.
Sure. As you look out, you see that some of these individuals have they've set up a perimeter. It looks like armed people are moving towards the gate, or moving from the gated area, moving in, and they're heading towards the cargo hold, ramp. And that's where we're going to transition to. Kilar. Think of this as like Mass Effect, where you can pick your crew that's coming with you on this.
Great.
So you got Lyra and Corin and Herg and Womp.
Yeah.
No cool.
I know.
Archie somewhere.
Archie's doing his thing. Archie and I had a good thing going though, so if somebody wanted to donate a little to the light side, that'd be great. I'm gonna take Herg.
Sure.
Obviously.
Or not. It's
no.
You can take.
How many members of my party am I allowed to bring? Okay.
As many as you want.
All right.
Just understand that you're moving with all those people.
Yes. I'm gonna.
There's also
Everyone's
Lyra.
just waiting around?
Presumably,
They're
you
gathering.
would have communicated this
Right.
as you said you were
As
heading
I
towards
was
the
going.
hangar.
Yeah, I'm going.
Who's meeting you at the hangar? Womp is just always there. That's where he is.
Right. Everyone is meeting me at the hangar because I want to talk to them.
Okay.
Okay.
They're all there. Womp is still it's like the scene in A New Hope where C-3PO is dropping Jawa bodies onto the fire. But Womp is just slumping Imperials into a mound in the middle. And it's really gooey and stuff.
All right. I guess this is it. Lyra.
Hazo stayed up at the cockpit.
At the cockpit, okay. Corin. Herg,
Yes, Captain.
I appreciate you all coming and meeting me here. I think that this is something I have to face alone. But not so alone, like if you could stay close by in case anything goes horribly, terribly wrong.
Lyra looks at you and says, so like, keep our distance, but like, don't let it look like we're keeping our distance?
Exactly.
Just like Groff.
Just like Groff.
I don't understand what this means.
Herg,
I'll stand right behind you and then it's fine.
I am not sure what's going on here. It's been a long time since I've been home. But no matter what happens, you've all been more of a family to me than my family ever was.
Captain, that's so sad.
It's not, though. Blood relations aren't necessarily so important as far as Mandalorians are concerned.
Antigoria, and he starts to do it and insert whatever Herganism you want to throw in there. Everyone
That's co-opted from Mexican culture,
Yeah, pretty much.
probably.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I love it.
To Goria, we have a story called Coco.
Your Hazo kind of pings in.
I'm the funniest motherfucker in the world!
Oh, good. So dumb. It's so dumb. Because he wouldn't he change it too. He wouldn't add like
So dumb.
Hazo calls in over the comms of the hangar. Captain, I'm being requested to lower the ramp. There's some people that want to talk to you, I guess.
Copy that. Do it.
So as the ramp is kind of being lowered, you see that there is a person in like full Mandalorian armor, kind of flanked by a few more just regular security personnel.
Right.
And he just arms crossed. The security personnel don't have any weapons.
Okay.
You see that there are some people behind him, like maybe like 4 or 5, that do have weapons that are kind of hanging back, but he does seem to have like blaster pistols.
Right.
He's not going to reach for him, or just hands folded across his chest. You don't know who this person is.
Well, he's wearing armor too, so if I'd never seen him in armor before, I wouldn't know who he was.
I mean, sure, yeah.
But the armor is not anything that I recognize.
Correct.
Understood. I approach.
Okay. You just hear a voice that's kind of masked behind the helmet. You want to explain to me that colorful arrival to Mandalore?
Well, it's been a long time. I thought Mandalore was still in good standing with the Empire. I'm very happy to see that it's not.
Go ahead and roll. Do your charm.
You got it.
It's gonna be one. It's gonna be 1 red
Okay.
because you roll so many freaking Jedi moments.
Yeah.
And then two purple.
Okay. Well, I got nothing in the dark side, but I do appreciate the effort to get some light-sidedness to get Archie to be my battle cat forever.
Oh, that was good. 1 success, 7 advantage.
He starts like laughing. And you didn't even know there was like a joke, right? You just kind of were saying what you're doing. But you
Right.
That's a way to come back, I guess. Yes. I guess I'll leave them to do all the welcome to Mandalore, and he just kind of like walks off.
Well, that was an odd welcome reception.
One of the attendants comes up. I'm sorry. So yes, I know he's, but I'm just curious. There is a procedure here. You can't just make a joke and then you get in.
Am I expected to follow him?
No. Don't follow him unless you want. Are you thirsty? He's going to the bar. Unless that's normally where he's at.
I see.
It's kind of he doesn't really take his due. Anyways, it's way too much more information. What is your purpose here on Mandalore, and what is on your ship?
My ship is full of cargo, a bunch of weapons, it seems like. I'm not entirely sure what the entire contents are as of just yet, as this ship was recently commandeered from some of the less savory characters in the galaxy. But my purpose is to return home to my family.
Ah, I see. Personal business. Great. Well, I guess you said you had weapons. I guess we always are in need of weapons.
Of course.
The siege. Is there any and then assorted thing? Any live creatures that we should know about that you're trying to bring aboard to Mandalore?
Well, there's a crew on board the ship. It would be wasted on me. I mean, look at the size of that thing.
Yes, I'm saying any sort of exotic fruits or animals that you're trying to declare.
One exotic animal. A Nexu.
Go and roll. Do your charm on this.
Okay. What's the difficulty?
3.
Okay.
One success, 3 advantage.
Okay. Oh my, yes. We'll just keep him aboard. Otherwise, you might get loose, and then of course someone's gonna want to fight it, and it's gonna be fine. So just keep it aboard, and
Naturally.
Okay, great. Well, welcome to Mandalore. If you said you had weapons, I guess if you would like to discuss anything with the quartermaster that you want to sell or offload, more than welcome. More than happy to take any supplies, it being siege and all. And yeah, welcome to home, I guess.
Huh. I guess that was fairly uneventful. All right. Thank you.
Oh, he's already walked away.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I go back up the ramp.
Okay.
I
As you go back up the ramp,
Yes.
we're gonna cut. So, Aaron, as you're kind of like looking out, you just see as two individuals approach the ship. One is fully kind of decked out and looks like some armor. Kilara comes out, talks to them. They all kind of, one guy seems to laugh, walk away. And then Kilara comes aboard the ship again.
Are we dead? Are we dead? Because that seemed to go really well.
You know our habits. We're probably dead. Why are we here?
Long story. Not one you'll like very much.
I've had a day.
We all have. Io, your sister needs you downstairs.
No, she doesn't. I saw the way she looked at me.
Your data pad goes off.
That was fast.
It's from Odin. And it just says, ew, gross. I'll be there shortly.
I write back. To be safe. Use the code name. You remember. Karamis. Send.
Sure.
What happened to your shirt?
Oh, I got shot again. This is a shame because this is Couture.
I know.
This is a one-of-a-kind piece. Randall was hanging on to it for me. I was very excited to have it on again and not, I don't know, 20 minutes later, stormtroopers, they're dead now.
And you got shot?
I'm good at shooting.
I'll just do one of these things. I'll just throw my arms around him.
Sure.
Let me hug for a minute.
Okay. We're gonna cut while you guys are hugging then. You're back aboard the hangar.
Yeah.
Clara's,
Okay.
or Lyra's there. That.
Went surprisingly well.
Okay, so then what's the play here?
I guess.
What do they
we're-
want?
What?
What do they want?
They don't want anything. They wanted to know maybe if we were interested in selling them anything from that crate of weapons we had on board, but it's not like they were forcibly trying to take them.
Go ahead and roll. No, I'm gonna have Lyra roll for this.
Okay.
In my mountain of dice.
Well, it's only one person, so you don't have to roll 25 dice.
Okay. One success.
Nice.
Okay, so we have a ship full of food and clothes. We're on a planet that's under siege. It's a blockade. I'm assuming then you probably sell the food and clothes and make some money,
That seems to be what they implied.
and the weapons
And the weapons.
and the stormtroopers.
Well, might have forgotten to mention those.
We'll say it's discounted. They buy the bulk.
Sure.
Okay, so that's what you want me to do?
Let's determine just how serious this siege really is first.
Okay. Okay. Understand the market.
Exactly. I guess our best bet then is to go after the guy that the security people referred to as the quartermaster, get an idea of just how badly they need these supplies.
Sure. I can go talk to him.
You do that.
Great. Should I take anyone in particular? She kind of looks at everybody besides Corn.
Yes.
Herg, why don't you go with Lyra? Try to get a feel for the native people.
And then, you know, if it turns out that things aren't as good as they're seeming so far, it would make me feel better to know that you were with her.
Herc like leans forward and like whispers in an uncomfortably loud voice.
Of course.
Captain. He kind of like has a big paw and he like points to Lyra. Lyra makes me uncomfortable. I think she might be into me.
Herg, I don't think that she's...
I'm not interested, of course.
Of course. You're
I have a life mate.
happily mated man.
We spend plenty of time apart, and that way when we come back, it's...
Yes, I don't think you have anything to worry about.
If you say so, Captain. And I guess so him and Lyra kind of talk and then leave the ship. We're gonna go talk to Quartermaster about selling off some of the goods.
Yes.
Womp's just there, just kind of womping around. So it's just you and Corn. And he just kind of like sits down on a crate. There's like a crate there. Maybe even like a storm. No, it's just a crate. He sits on a crate. Okay, so this has been a lot. It's been a lot.
It's an understatement.
What do you need me to do?
I think I need you just to be there. Keep being you. Also, I do need you to try and fix my scanner. But that can wait.
He gets up and he kind of like looks at it, picks it, and he's like, yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, I was never really... I'll give it a shot. Sure. But for now, I'm just... Consider me your escort.
I have to go find my parents.
He almost drops the sensor. Oh, so what?
I like reach to stop him from dropping it.
Yeah. You're gonna go talk to your parents, like your parents' parents.
My parents' parents. My mother sent me a message a while ago saying that my father was dying. And when we were in one of those temples retrieving those artifacts, I saw a vision of his death. But I rejected it. I didn't try to stop it. I didn't try to do anything. I think now, at the very least, I need to say goodbye. But maybe, and this is going to sound absolutely ridiculous, maybe the mist was trying to tell me something. The last artifact that we need to retrieve is here on Mandalore. But we have no leads, no contacts. I figure maybe my parents could be a resource.
Sure, you know, you gotta interpret those mist visions how you see them.
I know, it sounds very silly.
Okay, all right. He just kind of looks from like the thing in his hand to you to like the ship to like out where Lyra stuff was, like up, kind of like where he thinks Aaron's. He's looking at everything. He's like, wait, I'm sorry. Are you asking me to meet your parents?
I guess so.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, go ahead and roll your charm. You're gonna roll for this one.
What's the difficulty?
Difficulty is gonna be 4 purple.
4 purple. Okay. I'll take that setback
Sure.
boost.
1 success for advantage.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to if you
No,
don't
no. I do.
want to.
I do.
I
I
don't
just-
really know if I want to see them so much as I think I have to, and I.
Yeah. No. You should have someone there. No. I mean, just tell me everything I need to know on the way.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So should we get anyone else?
No. Well.
Safety numbers?
Wait for me. I'll be right back.
Sure.
I'm trying to find Io and Aaron.
Sure. All right. So as you're running, we're gonna cut to Io and Aaron. You guys have been hugging, embracing. Cut back to you.
When I said stay alive, I meant it.
I'm alive.
And then you nearly get yourself killed again.
I avoided like most of the shot, and he was like right there. I was quick, and I said something amazing when I shot him. I got 2 really good lines, and I killed 2 guys. So I'm doing pretty good.
Okay, real quick before this continues, we just ended our first round. Tier 2 dark side of all things. Tier 2 dark side. So if my memory serves me correct,
You get it.
That's me.
in battle situations, and it seems pretty appropriate to what's already been happening, Archie maybe views you as like a battle partner. I don't know.
Sure.
We'll figure it out. We'll
Right.
get. Look, ours is
He's
not
like
the
my
question mark.
Pokemon.
Yeah. Yeah,
No.
a very deadly, murderous
It's more like
Pokemon.
Digimon though, because we're like pals IRL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So there we go. End of the first round, everybody. We're moving on. There's a pattern here. Again, these were suggestions from the Reddit.
Yes.
So one of the things was, it looks like some people are in need of some upgrades. But there's a lot of NPCs that you guys have. So maybe sometimes these NPCs need a little
I
love.
read that one
Oh,
today.
I like that.
So, of course, as clear almost by how the last round went. What is Womp gonna get?
Oh.
Tier 1 light side is like speed boost, so he gets like motorization, kind of. Now he's a slightly faster moving
Yeah.
loader droid. Tier 2 light side is armor, so he's taking some pot shots, but this is like more thick armor. Tier 3 light side medical support, so he's like a walking medical thing.
Does he just
That'd
have
be
like a Bacta tank on his chest? How does that work?
He's pretty big.
Yeah.
He's pretty big. Dark side, tier
back
1,
to hose.
brawn upgrade. So he's got straight up like strength enhancements even on top of what he had before.
Right.
Tier 2 dark side, a deployable turret.
Whoa, that was really helpful on the Star
I was going to say
Destroyer.
it's similar to the one that was on the zombie ship.
Well, it's like one that comes out. So like the Millennium Falcon has like the turret
Yeah.
that comes out of it.
Yeah.
So it'd be like him,
Oh,
but
okay.
theoretically, depending
can
on where
move.
we upgrade it, it could like pop out
Sure.
and like you could shoot it. I don't
Of
know. We'll
course,
see.
Yeah.
I've never wanted anything more in my life.
Well, wait for it. Tier 3 dark side. Nothing is more terrifying than giving Womp jump jets.
Oh, damn.
We could turn them into a real mech here.
Nice.
So with that,
Gonna throw something your way.
support going.
Cumulative.
Yeah. I support.
You do like Womp, Bert. Like Womp a lot.
tell you what. Yes,
All right.
you got it.
Okay.
So this is cumulative unlocks.
Now third hour is going to be like, how sick is Aaron?
Yeah.
Tier 1, plague.
We're starting our second round. Here we go. Picking up where we left off. Thank you
It's
so
like
much.
sick like ill or sick like sick?
Sick as bull.
Io and Aaron, you're there talking when kind of you're hearing in the distance the sound of footsteps on like the metal grating. Not like running, but just kind of like briskly kind of moving around. Sounds like it's coming in your direction.
So what now?
Do you recognize that footfall?
It's not heavy, so it's not Herg. It's not judgmental, so it's not Caleb.
It's not necessarily familiar either. So it might be whoever was outside.
Fine.
While still hugging, I just draw one of my blasters and just point it towards the hall.
Killer, you come around the corner as this, you see Aaron and Io are embraced, but gun is pointed in your direction by Aaron. Val.
Don't shoot.
Captain Faye. That goes back into the sleeve.
You are in like a suit
Yes.
that they hadn't seen since the rescue of Groff.
Right.
So it's unfamiliar footsteps.
Sure.
Sorry, I didn't know how things went outside.
You're wearing the helmet and everything.
No, I don't have the helmet on. Surprisingly well. Mandalore seems to have broken free from Imperial control, though naturally the Empire didn't like that very much and the planet's under siege, hence the blockade. But they just seemed more interested in bargaining with us for cargo than staging any sort of attack against us.
That feels easy.
It does. But I have a good feeling about this. I think I have to go find my parents. They're the best connection I've got here on Mandalore. It's possible they'll know somebody or something that could point us in the right direction of getting this last artifact.
Wait, what?
We hadn't gotten to that point of our awkward first conversation between soulmates after resuscitating one from the dead that this was an artifact mission.
You said we.
I can't do it alone.
There's a number of people on this ship. Take your pick.
Great. I picked the people standing right in front of me. The people who've been there for me through more than one of these crazy, inexplicable adventures into unknown depths. I don't wish those experiences upon anybody, but I don't think that I could do it without you. Both of you. But Io. Especially you. You've been there from the beginning, and you were the one who stopped me from doing something stupid. And I know that you went through hell, and I can't say I'm sorry enough times. But I want to find this thing, whatever it is, and then launch it into a sun somewhere so that nobody ever has to experience what we've been through.
Why us?
I don't know.
Why us, Kalara?
I'm not sure, but
You remember what happened last time?
I do. And I'm afraid that if we don't do something about it, then it will fall into the wrong hands. Randall knows that the lightsaber we sold him, or gave him, was not the one he had asked us to retrieve.
He should, I told Rue.
But I'm not so sure that he's not trying to track down the real thing. And the last thing we want is for all of these artifacts to end up together. So we need to beat anybody else who's looking for this thing and get rid of it. Because if we don't, then who will?
Somebody with less to lose. Kalara,
Somebody with less to lose.
I've already lost so much.
And you stand to lose more if we don't do something. I understand why you feel like the responsibility should fall to somebody who hasn't suffered as many heartbreaks. But it is precisely because because somebody with less to lose wouldn't understand why it's so important to protect the things that we still have. I won't force you to come. But believe me when I say, I don't think I can do this without you. As grateful as I am to have found people once dear to me, they don't really know who I am now. But Io, you do.
How long has it been since we last saw each other?
Maybe a day.
A couple hours.
Yeah,
8, maybe, tops.
half a day. Not long.
Why are you looking at me like this?
Like what?
Not the way you looked at me a couple hours ago.
Because you see the reason. He's standing right next to you. It was worth it.
Where's Herg?
He's with Lyra. They're talking to the quartermaster, seeing just how dire this situation is. If they are really in such desperate need of our supplies. Of course, Aaron would consult you on anything before I just went ahead and sold it.
almost by like saying his name, like you guys is everyone who still has their comms goes off, and you hear her. It's almost like he's talking, or like with the button on, kind of thing. So he's not. You just hear like you're starting to hear his conversation with Lyra and this quartermaster, and Lyra and quartermaster doing the most of the talking.
Right.
Well, yes, of course, they're wonderful goods. I wear many of the human clothes myself. Of course, I'll take them, and you can look at them. And they're like, oh, and it like cuts out.
Oh, my comms are still off. So
Yeah, you don't
I
have
that.
comms yet.
It sounds like Herg's really selling him on the clothes.
Then promise me one more thing, Kalara.
Anything.
After this artifact, no more of them.
No more.
Promise me.
I promise. Besides, this is supposed to be the last one, so, once we go in there and get it and blow it to bits, however we do it, Galaxy should be saved, right?
Easy as that.
Easy as that.
Fine. Fine.
Thank you, Io.
I walk up to her. And I just put my arms around her.
I hug her back.
I don't say anything.
Me neither.
So after some time, you guys kind of collect your gear.
Except for me.
You collect what you want to.
I'm not putting any of that back on.
And you guys are in the hangar,
Yeah.
kind of getting ready to leave.
Yes.
Hazo has already communicated, like, as soon as you guys leave, I'll close the door.
Right.
Me and Womp got this on lock.
You say we're meeting your family?
Well, they are my family, biologically speaking.
Sure. Yeah, we all had our parents. He's meeting them?
Hold on. See. You've seen that Korn has changed his clothes.
Oh, gee.
It's not. It's just like what he was wearing before, maybe a little bit dirty.
Right.
He's been on this thing. So he's definitely, the ship has plenty of clothes on it. He's like changed his clothes, and it looks like an explorer's kind of safari-esque kind of like.
Safari.
He's got like these like shorts and like stuff, but he has a tie on with it, so it's really like out of place, and it's kind of like crooked.
Mandalore's like a desert planet, right?
Yeah, I figured it's gonna be hot.
Corin.
Hence the shorts.
My cabin. Suitcases. Help yourself.
Go ahead and roll. Roll your charm.
What am I rolling against?
3.
I'll take 2 boosts.
Yeah, sure.
Do it.
2 successes, 1 disadvantage.
Okay, so. Okay. You dress him, or he basically. You kind of take a time to step away?
We're
Takes
like
an extra,
the
like-
same character archetype, so
You guys are wearing identical clothes.
ish.
Okay, so it's identical. Ish.
Huh. looks like just a different color variation on.
I mean, we're literally like, I've always pictured when we were on Spira, like we're literally like Ryu and Ken.
Yes.
Sure.
Got it.
Yes,
Okay.
that was what I
Yep.
was thinking.
Yep. Okay, 100%. Yes. Only thing is, there are like the disadvantages. They're a little bit too tight because he's a little bit more.
Yeah. I'm a little scrappier and burnt boned.
Yeah. So he almost looks like he's like bursting out of like one button. Just he's constantly trying
And they
to
were
like fix
custom
it.
tailored, right?
Yeah.
So of course they wouldn't fit him.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he looks. You have a Ken Ryu version of yourself.
All right.
Perfect.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Yeah. Just don't breathe too hard.
It's really hard to breathe in this.
Yeah, I can't do anything
You like,
about that.
and I get why you do the foot thing that they keep talking about.
The foot thing.
You're like, you don't like, you can't bend over, so that's why you gotta. That makes sense. And you see that he starts to like mimic your like Captain Morgan stance.
Oh.
He's like, yeah, these pants will just rip right off of me. I
Oh
feel
no, I
like.
can bend. That's just an amazing looking power stance.
Okay. All right. So now, after that's done, you guys are ready to go.
Yes.
Okay. You step out into Mandalore.
Into
Uh,
Sundari, the capital city.
So you're there, the dock. It looks like all the security people have left. The ship that they had there has disappeared. There's a few kind of technicians that are like there. You see that Hazo is actually talking to them
Right.
about kind of like repairs and stuff. Herg and Lear are nowhere to be seen. It seems
Okay.
like they've also left with the quartermaster. So you're just there. The city is
Right.
here.
All right. I think that the best plan of attack, just knowing what I know of my family, which is that apparently my father is gravely ill, is to find the hospital and check and see if he's there. Otherwise, it's not far to my childhood home.
This is where he grew up.
Yeah. Well,
What's the city look like? Is it?
It's like a giant dome that
Yeah.
covers it. It looks kind of very, I don't know how to describe it. Like the buildings are all very similar colored.
yeah,
it's all very,
like gray.
yeah. So it kind of looks like, Star Wars does a lot of.
It looks
It's
like
kind of like Coruscant because
Yeah,
it's like a lot of
it is
buildings that are
like-
compact and stuff, but it's much more clean.
yes.
There's actually like a level of the sense of like Coruscant's all about like shoving buildings into it.
Right,
and, like,
and this it's like very planned, precise.
there's open
spaced out
space. You
stuff.
can see
Yeah.
that it's not about stacking on top of each other
Yeah.
as much as it is like, in Coruscant the luxury is open space. If
Right.
you have a room that's open, that's your luxury. Right here, it's more like, here's we have our own little garden, which is like
Yes.
a little bit of green, and otherwise this kind of
Yeah.
very controlled.
Yeah,
Okay.
because the environment's not very good on Mandalore.
Are there like signs that this place is stressed from like a siege or?
No. You're kind of walking around. It looks like there's. Go ahead and roll your perception real
Have
quick.
we entered said dome?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
we
ship
parked
has to
inside
go
the dome.
inside.
Okay, and like there's like no blues, like there's no like. It's a dome. Like
It's a dome.
The atmosphere is completely covered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Got it.
100%.
Got it.
What am I rolling?
This is a smart look. So go ahead and do. I'm gonna make this 4.
Perception.
Yep. 4 difficulty.
I'll take 2 boosts.
Sure. Just 2?
Yes.
Okay.
2 successes, 2 advantage.
All right.
Nice.
So as you guys are there looking around, you notice that there really isn't signs that much of kind of like day-to-day life seems to kind of be continuing to move on. You still see that there's like children about.
Yeah.
No one, there's like a level of heightened security in the sense that like everywhere you go that there's still people that are either patrolling around in armor or security officers that are walking around. But like no one seems really on like super high alert. You don't get the feeling from your experience that you've done with pirating, right? You've definitely brought supplies to areas where it's difficult, maybe like under extreme imperial scrutiny and what have you, that it doesn't show any of the signs of that. You definitely get the feeling that everyone is on the military side of it, is prepped and ready to go in case anything kind of happens, but it seems like it's almost the feeling you get is the status quo is the Empire has created this blockade around it to, as you guys experienced, stop some things, but you get the feeling as you're looking around that it's almost as if like it's like tough times in regards to maybe like economy and like certain things that are getting in, but like overall it's not like a level of, oh, and now we're eating rats kind of thing. Like everyone's actually kind of chill with everything, but it just seems very highly militarized. That's the feeling you get.
Cool.
Just looking up at the dome.
Yeah.
I wonder why you left.
There were a lot more reasons than that.
So Corn's there. So wait, you said it's closer to your house. Wouldn't that be the best place to start? Or do you want to go straight to the hospital?
No, I should clarify. I grew up here specifically in Sundari, until the current regime to which my parents subscribed fell. We then moved to a village not far from Sundari where all of, or many at least, of the people who tried to remain loyal to the Duchess's ideals of pacifism and absolute neutrality relocated to. When the Empire came in and took over, there were a few other things that happened in between that.
And how are they with non-human types?
Oh, non-humans are fine.
Say, no reason at all, a basilisk were to show up? Just throwing that out there.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't see any reason why they should show any objections.
Hypothetical question.
Let's just say they seemed completely fine with a 9-foot-tall Togorian.
Point taken.
Speaking of which, Captain, permission to sort of spearhead our deal making with supplies?
If that's what you want.
I'll check in.
What is it that you want to do?
So I'm gonna just calm Lyra.
Sure.
Lyra, it's Aaron.
No response.
Herg.
Aaron! It's me, Herg, you're calling me.
It is, I am calling you.
Yes, Lear's very pissed that I picked up the phone, but Aaron's calling me. I need to pick it up.
Yes. How's everything going?
We're negotiating selling all the things on the ship. Ah.
Fantastic. So have you agreed on a price, or?
At this point you hear, oh no, and like, it's kind of like pulled away from her, and you hear Lyra's voice. Aaron?
Lyra.
How are you doing?
Wonderful. Alive.
Great.
Hello.
Sorry I didn't pick up. I'm in the middle of a transaction.
It's
As you
okay.
always said, focus on the business at hand.
Sorry we haven't had a one-on-one since being reunited on a slave gladiatorial planet.
I'm sure there's time eventually, but yes, it's good to have you back.
What's going on with the quartermaster?
Negotiating a price. Seems like they really need food. Your clothes, thankfully, aren't for sale. We'll sell the ones that are just in the crates. Seem more they fit more the people here than they would probably you. So
Sure.
There's nothing really you're missing parting with them.
The blasters.
The blasters, if that's what we want to sell, we'll sell those too.
Put those in the pot.
they really like blasters here, but they're also like super snooty about it. So I'll see what I can do. But okay, we're clearing it out.
Clear it out.
It's a fire sale.
We're gifting it.
Aaron, I think you broke up. Say that one more time.
We're gifting it.
Go and roll. Do your leadership on this.
What am I rolling against?
I'll make it 1 red, 2 purple.
I'll take 2 abilities
Sure.
and a boost.
And a boost. Okay.
I like that.
1 success, 1 advantage.
Nice.
Only Herc had waited to pick up until after. Sure, Aaron, you got it.
The favors are going to be worth more than credits, trust me.
Oh, I know you have a plan. I just now have to explain this all to Herg, and that's going to be difficult. But I'm on it.
Tell him it was Kalara's idea, and she said to remind him that she's the best captain.
You're like, you got it. That logically actually makes a lot of sense.
Okay, heart to heart later.
I'm impressed, Aaron.
Hmm?
I said I'm impressed.
Oh, I heard you. I just wanted you to go on.
I didn't. No. I think deep down I did expect you to be the generous type.
Sorry, keep going. I was just gonna say, you just gifted all of these things to a planet in need.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a light side point.
Hold that thought.
Depending on what you do now after the fact that you've given them, that can be taken away.
I wish I could say I was being generous, Faye.
But
Something I learned from my
your father?
Thank you. Sometimes the best transactions don't make your wallet fuller.
I see.
This is more of a loyalty play. We don't know what we're facing.
Light side point rescinded.
I see your point. All right. Anyway.
Yeah, so you guys are heading to the...
Yeah, I'm gonna go to like, I'm sure there's sort of like a hospital kind of situation.
I think you'd be familiar enough
Yeah.
with the city at least to go where you...
Where there's like a medical facility.
Yeah, so you get there, sure. It's kind of walking through, but you arrive.
Okay.
It's older building. Mm-hmm. It looks like it's, despite kind of as best as they can, to kind of give it a clean look and like modern feel.
Right.
It definitely looks like it's seen some things. There's still blaster scoring on certain parts that they just haven't been able to get out. Chunks of like statues seem to be, they have like a statue there. One is just completely cut off at the feet. Mm-hmm. You would have known that this would have been a statue of Duchess Attn that was there. Another statue has been kind of risen there, but even then that thing looks like it's been toppled down as well. This one had kind of robotic feet that were there. So you don't know quite, this place is old, it's seen some things, but currently now there's a new statue that's being worked on, but you can't quite make out what it is.
You know who always does well during regime changes? Sculptors.
Very astute observation.
It's not very good work, though. I've been to enough pretentious galleries in Coruscant to know a good piece when I see it, and that's not good.
Might not be good, but it is done with love.
What is it? Or who is it?
I'm not sure.
Do we know what city we're in?
Yes.
City signs.
Sundari.
Sundari.
Okay. Just take out my data pad.
Sure.
I go inside
Sure.
the hospital.
It seems like there's again, for a place that is blockaded, it looks like there is actually, this is probably where you've seen the biggest sign of it, in the sense that there is a lot of people that are in here.
Right.
In kind of like the general admittance area. It just seems to be kids, elderly, that are in here. Large lines, lots of crowded people within this.
Okay.
Like kind of foyer.
Is there
waiting
any way to access their like manifest, for lack of a better term, without like physically speaking to a receptionist?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. Go ahead and roll.
I want to look through their logs.
Yeah, do your computers.
You
Are
got
you
it.
following?
Following, typing.
What's the difficulty?
2.
Are you sending a message to your hypothetical basilisk?
I will take 2 setbacks.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, that was in game.
Wait, sorry, what?
That was in game.
Oh, great, great.
Oh, that was in game? Oh,
2
shit, mine
success,
wasn't.
1 advantage.
Okay. You
I'm
start
searching for Crawl Fey.
Definitely there.
Okay.
You find that he is in kind of where they have long-term patients.
Okay.
Fortunately, he is in the terminally ill.
Right. I don't think they're likely to let somebody just waltz in there.
We'll be here if you need us.
Yeah. Is there somebody that I can talk to get access to where I need to go?
Yeah, you see, like, there's attendants that are walking around. There's people
Right.
With charts and
Right.
things. So yeah, there's somebody you could go up to and talk to,
Yeah.
for sure.
Excuse me.
Yes, I'm sorry. You need to, if you're here for general admittance.
No,
it kinda looks-
I'm here to visit a patient.
Oh, yes, just go through the security, and then they'll see you through.
Thank you.
Corn's there with you.
Right.
I guess the sense that Io and Aaron gave was you guys are gonna stay put here.
In the waiting room? Is that...
Yeah, that's kind of how you guys are not going with Kilara, is what I'm. The sense that I got, is that incorrect? Or
No,
correct?
that's correct.
Yeah.
Also, I'm a little distracted.
Yeah. So Corn's like, you don't have to do this by yourself.
I think I do.
Okay. You sure?
No, but yes, if that makes any sense.
No, you've completely confused him. So go ahead and roll your charm leadership.
Leadership, great.
What's the difficulty?
3.
Cool. I get a natural boost.
All the
too.
streets
Sure do.
look the same.
I think I'm all right. 4 success, 6 advantage.
Sure.
Meaning, I want you to go with me, but I think that given how things ended, I need to see him on my own.
Sure. No, that makes sense. Tell you what. I'm gonna follow you through security. And I'm gonna follow you until you tell me to stop. And then I'll be right there.
Thank you. I take his hand
Sure.
and walk towards the security area.
Okay. So you guys just make your way through. No big deal. They don't.
They'd be fine with weapons.
Yep, they're 100% fine with weapons. They tell you exactly where you need to go. So
Okay.
you're kind of heading off in that direction. So as it kind of watches you guys leave this way, like
Yeah.
going farther down the
Yes.
hallway, the camera then kind of tilts over to Io and Aaron.
They seriously look all the same.
Someone's like just coughing as they're kind of walking past you.
Do you want to not be in the waiting room?
Let's not be in the waiting room.
Okay. We go out front.
Okay. Just that again, it's you're seeing this is a regular. It's a good old-fashioned Mandalorian capital city.
Great.
Yeah. So you're seeing speeders going by. There's people that are walking around in patrols, but there's still like civilians and citizens just walking around.
Cool.
You're outside.
I put my leg up on some random thing that I can put my leg up on.
Sure. It's it looks like a very heavy statue head that's fallen off and has just like not been moved. You can't really make out like anything from it, but it looks like super worn. But there were like maybe like you can't tell if it's like a crown or maybe like just like these protrusions that are coming out of this thing. It's been completely defaced, and it's almost left there. And you just your foot is on top of it.
A crown. Like I always thought Virgo sort of had. That's why I always called her Queen Poison. I always called her that.
When have you ever called her that?
Just now.
I was gonna say you
We
met
met
her
each
for
other
all
very
of,
briefly.
for all of 3 hours. And I am sent. Mandalore. Okay.
First time. Who's joining us? Hypothetical basilisk.
Hypothetical, no. Fine.
It is cumulative stuff. So for those
Oh
of you
God. Seriously, yeah.
Yeah.
who really want to get in on one of those things, you're actually helping out.
Full mecha is what we want. So Dark Side Tier 3.
Yep. Also, I think I'm just realizing above game that you said you asked the Xeno question above game, and so
Wait, what?
No,
Oh, you asked
no.
me.
No.
She asked that straight
She
to.
asked that to me.
okay, sorry. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Okay.
And
Old friend from Coruscant. I've been
From
meet-
Coruscant.
Yes?
Okay.
Is that so surprising?
A little. I just didn't think I was gonna meet some of your better friends so soon.
You might be familiar with him. I've been meaning to get in touch for a while.
Is his name Sam?
No, why are you looking like that?
No reason.
No.
What's your friend's deal? What's he do?
He's an artist. Innovator. Bon vivant.
Is his name Cartorix?
No,
Okay.
although I know of that one. Are you familiar with the Blvd Atelier?
go and roll.
You mind if I go with it?
Yeah, go for it. Sure.
once a year for Life Day. Did they celebrate Life Day on Coruscant?
Do they celebrate Life Day? How popular of a holiday is
here's
it?
the thing.
Yeah.
Life Day is totally celebrated like on Coruscant, like but like in like the lower areas or like basically the not front-facing side.
Okay.
Equivalent of it, and this is I know the first thing that came to my head and go with it. It would be like Pride Parade on Coruscant, right?
Okay.
So think of it in the sense as like the Empire is gonna be like.
Right.
But like everyone's like, no, we go into our little bars and we're like,
Right.
we were kind of sticking it to the man kind of thing.
Okay.
So
love it.
theoretically, but like not any sort of like high imperial level parts of Coruscant.
Okay. Did you ask, do they celebrate Life Day on Coruscant?
Yeah.
Okay. I never did, but he never turned down an excuse to celebrate.
Every year, the company would throw a party. And it was the one time a year that workers and servants and callers of all color could actually enter the palace. There would be a huge party, because if my father understood anything, it was morale. It was a whole thing.
Wait, he understood morale? Given what I already know, that seems very out of character.
He was a good businessman. He was a good executive. As long as he didn't have to know your face or anything about you. But there'd be skiffs over the lava with dancing. Once everyone had gone home, he would give my mother a gift. Every year, it was a piece from that collection.
And you're sure it was a Belgier?
Mm-hmm. I tried them on.
And?
Oh, they're lovely.
Amazing.
They're amazing. Oh, they're incredible.
Yeah. It's him.
No.
I told you I used to live a different life.
Oh, well, now I'm excited.
He owes me something.
Okay. Oh, I am so excited. Thank you so much for keeping me alive.
And you pay me back by getting shot. Don't worry, he'll fix that.
It's good to see you smiling.
Feels wrong to smile.
What?
Because you do know what my last 24 hours have been, yes?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I should.
Mine are pretty rough too, I.O., but I'm tired of complaining about not staying in the car.
We're gonna cut. You're making your way to this particular wing. At any point, you can basically tell Corrin.
I know.
But he's just with you till you get to pretty much the floor of that you know that, at least where the data terminal had said.
Right. Okay. It's funny. I didn't hate my father. I didn't really hate either of my parents. I just felt like they never understood me. Not in the way that Sendak did, or Sardraska. But somehow, I can't just completely turn my back on him.
I think it's important that you do this, but just remember that whatever happens inside that room, hopefully it's for the best. Know that it doesn't affect any of us outside of that room.
I just embrace him very tightly. I don't say anything.
Okay.
And just look him in the eyes and give him a nod and leave him there.
He lingers a little bit as you're kind of letting go, but he just stands there.
Walking.
Tries to lean against the wall. He thinks that you're gone and not looking. He tries to stretch a little bit in his Aaron Val clothes. There's a little thing that's a little high off the ground that he just tries to do a little stance on.
Oh, sweet, great value, Aaron.
Say value.
I just keep going.
The Hydrox to my Oreo.
Okay. You get to, you come walking there. You're noticing that in this particular area, because it's there's terminal ill section, this is kind of really nice. It's almost as if this is where they would send people who, at least, to give them some sort of quality of life kind of in it, but it's almost more, not even rooms, but little mini estate rooms.
Right.
And so you get to the point where you are right at the door.
Is it open?
Closed.
I open it,
Sure.
assuming I can.
Sure. As it opens up, again, you are now very sure that this is the arrangements are very nice. This isn't you're walking into somebody's medical room.
No.
This is a lounge foyer within even another door that you see, which just seems to kind of be more of living quarters in the back. That door's closed. And you've the door's open, you go in.
Yes.
As soon as you go in, something just kind of moves right in front of you as there is a droid.
Oh.
It's tall.
Yes.
It seems to be kind of it looks like a protocol droid-ish, but it's not really any sort of protocol droid you've ever seen before.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Are you lost?
No.
I'm sorry, let me try again. I'm sorry. Who are you and why are you here?
My name is Kilara Faye.
As you say the name, you kind of see the lights kind of flicker a little bit. Oh my. Please wait right here. And it starts to looks back again at you. Oh my. And opens the door and then kind of closes it as it goes in.
I don't wait.
Sure.
I go after it.
As you go to the door, it starts to, you're heading towards it as the door opens up.
Okay.
And it's your mother. And she kind of steps through. and closes the door behind her.
Hello, Mother.
Daughter? I see you come unannounced and with weapons, it seems.
It's a big galaxy out there, Mom. Had to learn to take care of myself.
Yeah, it's a large galaxy out there, and we've survived so much here on this planet alone. I am completely unarmed.
And yet, I see plenty of Mandalorians in armor walking around the city with weapons.
As it always has been.
As it always has been.
Still, as you say, it's important that we honor the customs.
Indeed. I sort of begrudgingly sit down.
Great. She sits down as the door kind of opens up and the droid comes out, and she kind of doesn't even give it a name. She's like, T2. And she just sits down gracefully in kind of this cushion. You take a chair. She just stares at you and doesn't say anything for a minute.
See, the Empire seems to have been driven out here.
Yes, it seems like we have replaced one group of troglodytes with weapons for another.
Mother, you can't mean that. Would you rather that Mandalore had remained under the control of the Empire? That's the last thing the Duchess would have ever wanted.
Do not speak to me about what the Duchess would have wanted.
She wanted to maintain neutrality so that Mandalore didn't get involved in the galaxy's wars.
And yet it seems like the Mandalorians have thrusted themselves into yet another war.
They're doing what they do to protect our planet, to protect our culture, our ways.
I'm sorry, what did you say? To protect our ways?
I guess I did.
The tea arrives. What are you doing here?
I got your message. You know I did.
I sent that some time ago.
Yes, and I decided to finally respond unannounced in person.
With weapons.
Yes, with weapons. Not just any weapons. I take out my blaster.
Sure.
Did you wonder where it went when I left? You tried your best to keep it hidden from me. It should have been yours.
It should belong to no one.
Your mother would not have agreed with that.
Just like your mother doesn't agree with you.
Then I guess we're even.
Go ahead and roll. You can do your cool right now.
Okay. Oh, excellent. What's the difficulty?
It's going to be 1 red, 3 purple.
Okay. Okay. Oh, great. Let's get, I will take both of those setbacks.
Sure.
To be boosts. 1 + 1 = 3. 3 + 1 = 5. 5 + 1 = 7. 7 + 1 = 9. 9 + 1 = 11. 11 + 1 = 12. 12 + 1 = 14. 14 + 1 = 16. 16 + 1 = 18. 18 + 1 = 20. 20 + 1 = 21. 21 + 1 = 22. 22 + 1 = 23. 23 + 1 = 24. 24 + 1 = 26. 26 + 1 = 28. 28 + 1 = 29. 29 + 1 = 30. 30 + 1 = 31. 31 + 1 = 32. 32 + 1 = 33. 33 + 1 = 34. 34 + 1 = 35. 35 + 1 = 36. 36 + 1 = 37. 37 + 1 = 38. 38 + 1 = 39. 39 + 1 = 40. 40 + 1 = 41. 41 + 1 = 42. 42 + 1 = 43. 43 + 1 = 44. 44 + 1 = 45. 45 + 1 = 46. 46 + 1 = 47. 47 + 1 = 48. 48 + 1 = 49. 49 + 1 = 50. 50 + 1 = 51. 51 + 1 = 52. 52 +
Okay. 4 successes, 1 triumph.
Okay. It's almost as if you have played this game with your mother, different states and ways, as long as you can remember. Just finding the right things to say to kind of push your buttons, get a rise out of you. And her knee-jerk is, your aggression. And she takes it into a path of self-righteousness.
Yes.
As she kind of condescends you for your actions. But you maintain your cool. Well, I see that perhaps you're learning something from the galaxy. You've gotten your...
You have no idea.
If this is to happen, it's best to do it now while he's awake. But I will not, in any circumstances, let you walk in there armed and dressed like that.
Really? Your husband is dying. And you won't let your daughter, who traveled halfway across the galaxy, go in and see her father.
Your father is dying, and you won't even take off the things that are an affront to him.
They were always more of an affront to you.
Your tea is getting cold.
I just lightly use the wrist laser to heat up the tea water.
Go ahead and roll.
Okay.
It's gonna be your this range light.
Yeah, range
light. I'm gonna make this 3.
Okay.
Because sure, it's right in front of you, but
but I'm trying a very interesting feat.
I'm gonna give you 2 natural setbacks against this.
I'm gonna take that difficulty just to see what happens.
Heat some tea.
Okay. 1 success!
So you just kind of as she's talking, just lower the setting down, just, and you see it kind of bubble for a little bit, and just steam starts to rise up again.
I take a slow sip out of it.
And I set it down.
You just got dunked on.
And I march right into the bedroom.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Okay.
Do your athletics.
Great, I'm very athletic.
And you're just trying to outrun a protocol droid and your mom.
Yeah.
You've done this before, right?
But you just fired a laser in front of the protocol droid. I'm gonna make it 3. I'll make it 3.
Okay.
There's
There's
plenty
a
to
lot of light side too.
There's plenty of light side. I don't really feel like what I'm doing. I can justify.
I'm gonna punish you if you take it.
I know you will. I'll just roll and see what happens.
I was gonna say you are gonna see your dying dad at birth
That's
instead
true.
of that, so.
Okay,
take
listen,
that
2
path.
success, 3 disadvantage.
You get up with a speed as you just go for the door, and the protocol droid, which again hasn't really introduced himself to you or your name, just you kind of push past it, and as you push past it, it's and falls down and clanks on the ground,
Great.
causing a mess and a ruckus.
Fine.
But you make it to the door first. You open it. You go in. Do you just throw the door open?
Yeah, I mean,
I assume it's Star Wars doors.
No.
Oh,
no,
it's
no.
not.
These are straight up.
Doors?
I mean, I open it with. I'm not trying to throw the door open, but given the momentum of my motion, it wouldn't exactly be a gentle
there's a little bit of flourish with it.
Yeah, there's a little bit of flourish.
Okay. You open the door. You see that it's a room. It looks like there's a nice bed there. There's display screen that's displaying like local news and stuff. It looks like it's well furnished enough, right? Almost as if all of the furnishings here are that of your house, as if they've been brought from it. And as you start to kind of think back, even some of the things out in the front look like, it seems like the possessions have been moved here to this spot. We ended our second round.
Yeah.
Wow.
We ended tier 3 light. When did this happen?
Dang!
Cumulative.
I mean,
All right. Tier 3 light. I guess Womp is
He's got a doctor droid.
speed,
Fast,
armor, and
armored and
has
a
medical
med droid.
equipment.
He's got a back to hose.
I might have
I like
fun
it.
with that.
I like it.
Well done, everybody. I guess
Yeah.
you didn't want a murder bot.
He went full support, and you know what? That's fine. We need that too.
So now we're ending our third and final round.
Yes.
This can end at any period of time.
Wait,
kind
so
of-
are our medically inclined characters Herg and Womp?
yes.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd
Both
watch
of
that.
them with neither of them having actual medical training.
No.
And I'm a mechanic.
We're entering our third and final round. This could end at any point. So this could literally, if you really like what this is or invested, get in it hard and fast. I'm not saying that I have other things I need to do, but this could end pretty quickly.
Sure.
So with that being said, the third and final round is called Virgo's Target.
Oh.
Who is Virgo stalking in the galaxy?
Oh, shoot.
Light side. And I'm not going to say
I'm so
that
excited.
anybody who's playing should read into this. If you see something that seems familiar,
Okay.
but I'm also saying don't or do, but there is no try.
There was no, sorry.
There's no try.
Oh,
Try.
okay.
There's no try.
Okay.
Do or do not.
Light side, tier 1, is a pirate captain. Light side, tier 2, is a crime boss.
Okay.
Light side, tier 3, is an Imperial commander.
Okay.
Dark side, tier 1, is a Rebel Spec Ops team. Dark side, tier 2, is a pop singer. Dark side,
Oh my god.
tier 3, is a Jedi exile. And with that, we're going to start our third and final round.
Dang.
Reset the clock.
Now, in chat, is that specifically what is written,
Yep.
or actual names written? Oh,
Dang.
interesting.
Ooh.
Edgelord's gonna
I think
die.
I know what all of them are, but you said don't. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
May or may not.
They're all edgelord.
He is a crime boss. He's a
He's all of
Jedi.
the above.
All of them. They're all.
They're all edgelords.
I can be anything I want.
Yeah.
He's a pop star now. His dreams came true.
You're sweet, edgelord.
You enter. And you see the bed. See all these well furnishings. See that your father is hooked up to some sort of machine.
Right.
You just kind of hear the typical beeps and boops of medical equipment. And as he kind of, again, it wasn't loud, but the flourish kind of like looks up. And it like takes him a moment because you're kind of like standing
Right.
in front of him, wearing this makeshift TIE fighter pilot armor.
Yep.
No helmet though. It takes him a moment. He just smiles. Hey, baby girl.
Father.
And at this point, your mother has kind of pushed her way in.
Right.
This is get out
I
of here
go
right
over
now.
to him.
Yep. As you move closer, he seems to just kind of, the smile gets a little bit
Right.
wider. And he just kind of looks at his wife, your mother. I told you she'd come see her old man get better.
I just like embrace him
Yeah,
and then sit on like the edge of the bed or whatever.
sure. Your mom starts to say things, at this point, he's like, I need some water. Go get me some water. And she just like kind of looks at him. And he just kind of like shrugs and smiles. And she gets really pissed and like leaves and closes the door.
What happened to you?
You know, you're around enough explosive ordnance in this place, you know.
It's okay.
You know, it seems like there's a coup.
Yeah.
Days.
It seems like the Mandalorians are doing what they do best. Being stubbornly independent. But fighting against a totalitarian regime, so I guess that's a bonus. I knew they would never stand for staying under control of the Empire for long.
Well, you were ahead of them on that one.
Yeah. If I were to come back, which clearly for now I have, I'm glad to see that they finally caught up to me.
Always ahead of the curve.
That's what I like to think.
Killer, there's something you need to do when you're here. While your mother's gone, there's not much time. She will be pissed.
What?
He kind of like shakingly goes to like the
Right.
dress stand right next to
Okay.
it, and he just kind of points to the top drawer.
Okay, I open it.
Sure. It looks like there's like some papers and stuff, and he's just
Right.
kind of motions for you to kind of push it out of the way.
Okay, I do.
There's a key.
What is this?
Go see Clanson Jossack.
Clanson Jossack?
He starts to kind of like ramble a little bit at this point. He's kind of like not looking, he's looking at you, but almost not through you, but like kind of just caught up and a little bit past. I just wish there was more, but we had to scrape by as best we could. All these civil wars. There's not much work for new Mandalorians anymore. But your mother doesn't know. And I can only imagine what she's saying when you find it.
My what?
Go to class and
I will.
just know I'll probably tell her as soon as you leave. She's gonna be pissed.
I wouldn't expect anything less.
At this point, like the door kind of opens, and it's your mother, and as well as some like orderlies, and what looks like somebody who's like kind of security, but like a little bit farther back. As the orderlies kind of come in and they're like going to like check on his equipment.
I'm sorry I stayed away so long.
Killer, whatever you do. And like he like takes the water and he's like, oops, and he like spills it. He's like, can you get me another one? And like all over like the thing, and like she's pissed. She's like really pissed. But she leaves again. But there's like the orderlies there. They're like, ma'am, I'm gonna have to ask you to wrap this up. We need to give him his medication. He goes and grabs her hand. Killer, whatever you do, you know that I respect it. know our ways never really appeal to you. Not in the way that your mother imagined, at least. And the Mandalorian way is, well, you know what that is. Whichever path you go down, whichever side you pull from, I need you to know 2 things. 1, there's pride you can take from both, the old and the new. And 2, the second thing is, at this point they're like starting to like put medication in, and he's like starting to like be a little bit groggy, and he's almost about to like pass out. Always be proud of you.
Wait for me, Father.
Ma'am, he's asleep.
I promise I won't be so long this time.
Night. I go.
Sure.
I have the key with me.
Sure. Go ahead and roll your perception real quick.
Okay.
You know, ninja, it's very stressful. What's the difficulty?
3.
3. I'll take those setbacks.
Sure.
There's 2, right? 3?
There's 3.
2?
There's 3.
3? Great.
There's 3.
I don't have glasses on, so I can't
There's
see very
3.
well. 3. Go for it. I'm going crazy. Heck yeah. That's 4 successes.
Your mother is not there. Your grandmother's blaster pistol is not on the table.
Damn it, Mom. I gotta move on.
Okay.
I go back out into the hallway,
Sure.
looking for Corin.
That's exactly where he was. It's kind of like a little bit farther down.
It was okay.
Okay.
I didn't get any information to give me any sort of idea about where we should start to look. But I did get something.
That's good. What?
Yeah. Come on. Let's find Aaron and Io and get a move on.
Okay. So you guys leave, and basically you come back out of the hospital. There's Aaron and Io that are there.
They're totally making out.
Yes, apparently they're full on making out.
Oh,
Okay, yeah. Hold on. Okay, all right, here we go.
Okay.
All right, sure.
Oh.
What?
listen, I don't
What are you doing here?
want to interrupt anything, but I think I have as good a lead as any.
Oh, good. Lead.
Lead to what?
On the
I'm not
Lead
really
to-
sure.
on the artifact. On.
Well,
you're not sure if it's
I'm
the artifact.
not sure at all. I just know that my father gave me a key and a name
Good. Names are good.
and said it would upset my mom, so that's always a good indication.
Okay. A quick question, Kalara. Just something I've been curious about. Is it a Mandalorian thing to interrupt?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we have no sense whatsoever of personal affairs.
Yeah, you really
What
just
now?
sardrasced us.
This Corn talking.
Yeah, I mean, you know, warrior culture, no sense of fair play. Just get in there while the enemy's distracted, if you know what I mean.
Corn looks at Aaron and Io. Yeah.
That's a question that's just been on my mind for a couple days.
Okay. Time to go find this Clanson Jasic.
Who?
Just a name my father gave me. Is there anything?
Look it up.
Yeah, on the HoloNet that I
Sure.
can find about this person.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. It's it doesn't take that long to look up.
Okay.
It is a antiques
Oh.
dealer
Oh.
that is here on Mandalore.
Looks like he's an antiques dealer. The shop here in Sindari.
Convenient.
Maybe a little too convenient.
Trying to find an old thing, yes?
That is true.
Above game, how do you spell?
It's Classin, Classin.
Classon. Okay.
Jasek, it's Star Wars. Jasek.
EK. Yeah. Jasic. Yeah. Could be either one. It's Star Wars. Say it however you want.
Yep. So you have like a pretty easy location.
Okay.
Okay.
I can't think of anything I'd rather be doing than going to visit this antiquities dealer.
I'm willing to bet that you could, but thank you for humoring me.
Yes, Captain.
All right.
It's a Mandalorian.
Doesn't take you long to get there.
It's definitely a Mandalorian thing.
Doesn't take you that long to get there. And it's like a small kind of antique shop that's like in a weird location in the sense that it's like it doesn't really stand out. It just
Right.
seems like it's when you get there, there's no sign or anything. It just looks like an old timey. Think like an old like bookstore in
Sure.
New York where you're like, what
Yeah.
the heck is this thing? Yeah. So you see it. It's there.
Right.
Outside is painted like green, black, and yellow.
Interesting. Okay. Guess this is the place. And I just
Another old school door. You
open
open it.
the old school door.
Does it have a little bell?
Yeah,
on top?
that's the little
Okay.
bell. And you just hit with a sense of musk as you see that there's seems to be a lot of like kind of mostly Mandalorian, but a few other cultures of antiquities. There's a lot of like old pots. There's some kind of older Mandalorian armor that you see, swords that are in there, battle axes and such. A lot of just war stuff because that's Mandalorian stuff. But you see that there are also like plates and things. And
Right.
It's just a collection of it. And see a person come out. I'm sorry, we are. I'm just gonna take a break. I'm just gonna close up for just a minute. If you can come back in 30 minutes.
Are you Classon Jasic?
Well, yes, of course. This is my store.
Forgive me for wondering if maybe you had employees. My name is Kilara Faye. I am the daughter of Kral and Lorana Faye. My father sent me to find you.
Oh my. Yes, of course. Let me. I mean, if you really are who you say you are, it's just okay. Great. Of course, you have your father's eyes, and grabs like the key from it. I'll be right back. I just wish that, unfortunately, I had to sell some of it off as per your father's request. It was kind of hard for new Mandalorians after the Duchess, but he always regretted it. But you know, he needed to. I'll be right back. And he like leaves. Aaron, I need you to make a perception check for me, please.
Whoa. Take some dice, because you got lots.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's gonna
damn.
be 1 red,
Whoa.
You got a proficiency.
2 purple.
Heck yeah, you could fight
You
that.
counteract all of that.
I was shocked you didn't make me roll to make out, so let's use some dice.
You guys assumed the sale too well.
I'm
9
sorry,
boosts.
I'm taking 3...
There's 9 boosts, 3 ability, 1 proficiency.
I'm taking 3 boosts, 1 ability, 1 proficiency.
Sure.
One success, 9 advantages.
Whoa.
As you enter this thing, again, maybe it's the new lease on life that you found, kind of post this experience that you've had aboard the Imperial Star Destroyer, both, I'd almost say. again, you had like that tingling sensation that you had felt. Don't be gross. You had the tingling sensation you felt when you were with Io back on the ship, when you couldn't see her, but you could feel her presence.
Ooh.
You get the same sort of kind of strange, almost like sixth sense in this store. And you feel a strange kind of calling coming from an area within the store.
Okay. Try to take a moment like I did with the book and close my eyes and just sort of try to focus on it.
Sure. Go ahead and roll.
Am I rolling?
Do your discipline on this.
As he's doing that, I pick something up and I go,
Sure.
how anticlimactic and boring would it be if the thing we were looking for was dinnerware?
I guess Sith Lords probably have to eat too.
Yeah.
What am I rolling against? 3 purple?
3 purple. 6 boosts, 3 ability.
I'll take 2 abilities and 3 boosts. Two successes, 1 disadvantage.
Okay, you try to calm yourself, think back to the time of the book, and it actually helps a lot. But as you kind of are moving closer to kind of this area, it's strange because you're thinking about this book that you have started to read. And as you're kind of walking to this section, you start to kind of like move some things aside. You see that on the countertop is another book. But you also have a very slight sensation that starts to creep in as well. And this is just the slight ringing, the almost faint feeling of kind of that presence that you've been experiencing throughout. Kind of the darkness that you've kind of been experiencing of late. Just a hint of it there. But in front of you is a book that looks very similar to the one you already own.
I'll pick it up.
Sure, it feels heavy. Feels like there's some weight to this. As you're holding it,
Captain, do we have any souvenir money?
I mean, we have 250,000 credits. How expensive could a book be?
okay. Klassen Jensen comes back in, and he's holding like a box. He goes, again, you were gone for a while. To be honest, it's a miracle that just this was what we were able to keep, but we had to sell off pieces to pay for that. And he just kind of hands you the box.
Just give it to me.
It's like a wooden box. Not very intricate.
Right. Is it
Large.
open?
No, it's not open, but there's like an easy like
Okay. I open it up.
inside, kind of tucked and nestled perfectly in kind of like this kind of container, staring back at you, is a Mandalorian helmet that you know belonged to your grandmother.
I knew it had to be somewhere. Did you have more of her armor?
We had to sell it off piece by piece to pay for some of the medical supply. He fought it every time, but whenever he ran low, we had to kind of take a piece away.
Is there anything else besides the helmet in here?
left. Now, I have to ask, of course, you've obviously seen your father, who gave you the key.
Yes.
It's important that you have this back, that it belongs back with the clan. There's a lot of clan spirit that's going back around Mandalore, and it's important that they don't forget it. And he kind of gets like excited, like Knox is like, you see some things like kind of like shift and fall, and he's like, it's so important to see it, and I just want it to be back in the hands
Thank you.
of who it needs to be, especially with all of these vultures coming and digging up everything in the desert.
Wait.
I'm glad to know it's back in a safe place.
Go back to the vultures digging up everything in the desert.
It's after we kicked the Empire off. Before the blockade, there was people that came. Mandalore's not really a tourist location, but scavengers, they're well. Go ahead and roll. Mm-hmm. Do your charm.
What's the difficulty?
It's gonna be 1 red,
Okay.
2 purple.
You know what? I'm going all in. I'm taking those difficulties. Let's do it.
Dang. Okay.
Go with me on this.
Oh God.
7 successes,
Sure.
2 advantage,
Uh-huh.
and a spare.
Okay, this works out perfectly.
Great.
It's these people keep coming in, and first it was Mandalore's not a tourist location, so once we kicked it off, it was hard. But then it seemed like there were these kind of big operations that moved in, and they were excavating out in the desert. And it seems like they're searching for things. They come in, they ask me for questions all the time. Honestly, I don't know who these Yemla people are and why they're here, but they're so annoying that they're just feel like they own the place. Anyways, I'm sorry to just.
Do I hear that?
Yeah, you're
yeah,
100% there.
I'm sorry, don't mean to interrupt, but this is Mandalore after all.
I'm sorry?
Sorry, just trying to be assimilate with the culture here. What did you say, Yemla?
Well, yes, they're just vultures out there.
Vultures. Do you know anything else besides the fact that they have a tendency to dig in the desert?
To be looking for something.
Did they find it?
They're still here. I don't know what they're looking. I can find out.
Have you come across anybody from the said corporation?
They've come in here a few times asking questions and things. I know antiquities of Mandalore. Most of the time we just blow things up, but there are some things that we keep around. I can look into this if this is.
Yes.
Can you get the description of the people that happen to come in here and ask questions?
He uses a Mandalorian word that neither of you know, but it kind of translates to you as just assholes.
Yeah. Just. Let's say he's not fond of the people who've come in here.
Neither am I.
Those are the people that Sal Draskal works for.
What? That can't be right.
Let me.
No, his name was Sal Draskal, that's right.
No, it's Sardraska, but no. The part about him working for Yemla cannot be right.
No, it absolutely was him.
And you're sure he was working for them?
Seemed to be chummy with the guy on top.
No other Mandalorians have come in here with the Yemla, have they?
A few. It's hard to find work, I guess, when you're besieged.
True.
Let me dig into this. It seems like this, if you're
Yes.
a friend of Crawl, I will look into this. Please give me some time. Go. There's a lovely bar nearby. I go there after work sometimes. It's a good Mandalorian drinking hole.
Right.
He's like, he gives you like his card.
Okay.
He's like, and he writes his number on it.
Right.
Contact me. Give me your information, and then I'll let you know when I find something.
I hope that you do quickly. I take his info and,
Sure.
you know.
You guys exchange contacts.
Yeah.
So.
Is this for sale?
Everything's for sale.
Mom, can I have this?
As long as you never call me Mom again.
He grabs it, gets some glasses out. Oh, this is a rare book indeed. He just kind of yells back in the back of the room at some like sounds of like what are creatures in there. Shut up! Trying to do business. Sorry, they're so riled up sometimes and don't know when it's inopportune to be fighting in the middle. Anyways, I digress. This book is very old. Very old. I just, it's still in good binding. I couldn't make heads or tails of it when I read it, but a friend of mine came in. This is quite valuable, I think. 20,000 credits?
You're the one that wants it. We have the money.
Wait, we have money?
Oh, yes. Randall
20,000's fine.
Great.
fronted us part of the payment for this final excursion.
Check my account.
Sure.
Yeah.
You have nothing. It was all transferred to Clara.
I'm
why I called her
not
Mom.
seeing.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing anything here.
I transfer him the 20,000.
Sure. Okay. Great. Pleasure doing business with you. This will be great. I can use this to kind of, how do they say, grease the wheels, get some information. This
Yes.
is good to get out. I say I need to get out more. Go to the bar. I will contact you shortly. Please. Unless there's anything else that you need to buy.
No.
Okay. Do you have this book? Gives it to you. As he kind of like exits the shop, locks up, and kind of tells you the directions
Right.
of this bar.
I contact Lyra and Herg
Sure.
to tell them where the bar is.
Sure. They start heading. Great. We've just finished this deal. We'll meet you there.
This, we're not charging you anything deal?
No.
Great.
And as you guys head over to this bar, you see a sign of this bar, and it's called The Glove.
The glove?
The glove?
The Glove by Often Darmonth von Durbach. But a lot of the sign has been kind of blown off and kind of like sporadic, so it just kind of reads The Glove
As in like
by
glove.
The Glove,
Yes, okay.
right?
The glove.
And it just, all the other words
By-
are of Darth Vader. Sitting on that one for
Does the bartender have epaulets with
You
spikes
haven't gone
on them?
inside yet?
Oh, please, please.
Yes, we are going in.
As you enter the bar, you see a three-eyed bartender. Trioculus is the name, serving drinks is the game. What can I get you?
What can't you get us?
I heard this is a good Mandalorian sort of hangout. It's been a while since I've been home.
Hit me with your best Mandalorian concoctions.
You got it. And he kind of like points. It's kind of not super busy, but he like
Yeah.
points to the table. I'll send it right your way. If my name isn't Trioculus. And he like puts a bandana on. He's like, just kidding. I gotta keep the eye open, and like starts to make drinks.
Oh my god.
As you sit, and as you sit down,
I just walk slowly away from the bar and sit.
you sit down and kind of wait. Some
Right.
drinks show up. You're waiting for Herg and Lyra. When all of a sudden a large kind of server comes by and you're like holding drinks, and you kind of look up. You realize that it's actually like a Wookiee,
Oh.
and it's like a Wookiee's holding this large tray of drinks. but actually just holding onto, like, the tray is, there's like a bowcaster as the tray is on top of it. And you see that this Wookiee with like this scar and this black kind of fur. And then you hear a reptilian voice right next to you.
No more games. No more running. Where is he?
As he like sits down, as you see Trandoshan, you remember from
Groff.
Oh shit.
Where is he?
I don't know.
Lies. I know you were on Gruff. I can still smell his stink on you. Where is the one you call Caleb Seth?
He left.
No.
Yes.
Tell me where Roch Vado is now.
I don't know.
We have nothing left to discuss.
And with that, we'll end today.
Oh my
Damn!
god.
What an ending!
I was about to give a cover. Oh fuck.
Welcome, everyone. Thank you, everybody, for watching Pencils and Parsecs here on Hyper RPG.
Oh my god.
There's a lot to unpack on
Dang.
this one.
How long have you been sitting on the glove of Darth Vader?
Like weeks, because you guys have taken a long time to get to Mandalore. With that,
Side quest.
yeah, that's right. I was like, yes. Anyways, thank you, everybody, so much.
Yay!
Thank you for all. Oh, we ended Tier 1 Dark Side.
Oh.
So that's
That is a Rebel Special Ops team.
oh no.
Looks like that's Virgo's target. We'll see if she'll succeed.
Oh man.
Thank you, everybody, so much.
We're just gonna kill my
Thank
Jawa.
you.
Thank you so much. Couldn't do it
Does this
without
mean
you.
they
All the
survived?
support.
Yeah.
Every little bit helps.
Only Crom died.
Only
That's
Crom died.
right, that's right.
Yeah, they made it.
Well, they landed on the possibility of either Crom or everybody else.
That's true.
Which they could still die if Virgo has her way.
Thank you, everybody. Be sure to tune in next week as we see what happens. Herb will hopefully be back here. And be sure to jump in that sweet Reddit. Let us know your thoughts, comments, questions, concerns, all the above. And also, thanks for being such a good, awesome community. I'm just trying to wrap because really there's something I need to go do. So real quick, closing it out.
There's a bunch of dice left over.
Oh, yeah.
You know, just saying. We should probably roll them.
We should roll the dice.
Aaron, can you please roll for me? 6 purple dice. Your discipline.
Oh yeah.
Trying to get out of here. Trying to wrap it up.
I know, but I'm just
So I'll
saying we
take
want
my-
to honor our community and
I'll
their commitment
Their
to this channel.
financial
Their
dedication.
financial dedication to the show.
I'll take the 3 boosts and 3 abilities.
Yeah, of course.
Go, Aaron, go. Did you fail?
1 failure.
Okay. What's the negativity that you have on the thing where it's like if you do any sort of discipline and it's related to... No, that was willpower.
Any kind of
No, that's athletics. I add a red to athletics if I'm seeing forcey things.
Okay. It was just 1 failure? Okay, I'm gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna give you a negative effect, just nothing happens.
Okay.
Great.
You're still learning these books, you're getting there, it's working on some stuff. So, but potentially.
Great.
Is this the lightsaber book? Is this when I last started the lightsaber?
What?
Baby's first lightsaber.
Baby's first lights, everybody poops. Let's see.
Oops, everyone does.
I need something that doesn't have funny symbols on it. There you go. All right. Io. Go ahead and roll.
Okay, what am I rolling?
Do your charm on this, actually.
Okay.
You've been talking with Odin a lot. Some of your old kind of...
Coruscant Io.
Coruscant Io is slowly coming out. You've kind of lived on the fringes for a long time. You're starting to remember how to talk to certain people. when you want to. So go ahead and roll your charm.
Okay.
I'm gonna make it 4.
4 purple.
4 purple. And this is it, so you should just
Okay.
use the whole thing.
Are you rolling too?
No.
It's cool. Okay, so I will take those 3
Sure.
setbacks and turn them into boosts. 1, 2, 3. And I'm rolling 1 success.
Okay. You will get a natural boost when dealing with anyone that can be justifiably considered a social elite,
Okay,
high society.
got it. So +1 boost, you said?
Plus a whole boost.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
I mean, you're in the outer rim. We'll see.
We'll
but-
see.
Yeah.
But
It has happened before. Has happened already.
it's
Classy
happened
in the
before.
outer
Yep.
rim.
You are gonna go
Subject
maybe
to
see
interpretation.
some Yemla. Thank you everybody so much. Now that all the dice have been used, again, thank you for your support.
Yes.
Helps keep the fucking lights on. Couldn't do it without you. Go
on
Be sure
Reddit.
to tune in next week. Get on that Reddit. Use that hashtag pencils and parsecs. Debate what do you think Kalara would be cool in the TIE Fighter helmet or a Mandalorian helmet. That's pretty much it.
Yeah,
From
great.
all of us to all you.
May the Force be with you.